Hello horror story lovers. Up to this point in this story, we understand that the kind baker told about his terrible experience in that house, and it made Han feel to think he was on his way back to the workshop when he met that strange woman. Join my channel to enjoy real horror stories. So many scary things had happened to me that I was going psycho. My life was dependent on this workshop, so I had to either tolerate it or found out its secret. One night, I decided to perform one of the book's new spell. To understand this book, it was around 1 a.m. when I felt someone calling me. Come here. Come here. Come out. I was both scared and surprised because this voice was strange to me. I looked at the yard from the window. There was no one, but the sound was still coming. Come out. I went to the yard and turned on the lamps and saw that the stable door was open and the white smoke was coming out of the stable. I realized that tonight I'm not going to sleep easily. I want to go back to my room. When I realized that I couldn't find the door of my room, you might think I have lost my mind, but the door to my room was nowhere to be found. The blank wall was the only thing I could see. I was confused and looking around when I saw 3 people stood in front of me with huge body and red eyes, strange clothes, and blue skin. There was no way to escape. There were walls all around me. I was standing and staring at those 3 strange creatures, and I could hear my heart beat. One of them came forward and said, "We are here to take you somewhere. Sultan's mother has summoned you." I asked with fear, "Who is Sultan? Where should I come?" He said, "Sultan is our king." I don't know how, but I had no control over my body. We walked together and went to the wall. I said to myself that I must be dead and these creatures are taking me to heaven because I passed through the wall. We were walking in absolute darkness. The speed of our movement was so fast that I was sure we were flying. Little by little, I started to like this power. When we reached a place where the fire was burning everywhere and there was a sound of a scream and moaning. We were in the middle of the desert, which was full of people, and there was fire all around. I was taken to the middle of the crowd, where there was a big rock. There was a dead body on the rock. I asked, "Who is this?" They said to me, "We are the Nakhuni tribe of Jinns. This is our king who died today for the Sultan's funeral. A human must be present here. If you help us, we will make it up to you later, when you least expect it." I had no choice. There was no way to escape, and I did not dare to disagree. I said with fear, "What should I do?" He said, "You just have to pray." When we went to Sultan, He wasn't scary at all, unlike the other jinns. He was an old man with a long beard. I looked at the sky. It was full moon. I started praying. They took the body and carried it to the mountain, which there was a big grave on it. They put the Sultan's body there. I asked, "Are you not throwing dirt?" He said no. I looked around. It was full of empty graves. He thanked me and said, "Be sure, we will come to your aid one day." Once I came to my senses and found myself in workshop. When I looked at the wall, the door was in front of me. I felt like I woke up from a very long dream, and I said to myself that it was just a dream, so it's not important. But it wasn't like that. 2 years after that incident, I had changed my job and moved to another city. I was getting paid more and I was happy to leave the workshop. One day, I had a fight with my colleague at work and I pushed him. His head hit the wall and he fainted. The other workers took him to the hospital. A few minutes later, the police came and arrested me. We were inside the police station when the police commander told me, "Do you know he has a concussion? Pray for him to survive. 99% of people will not survive such a blow." I was praying all the time in the detention center that my colleague would survive. It was almost morning when I felt that someone was calling me. I turned back and saw that it was the same blue jinn. At that moment, I was very confused and realized that I hadn't dreamed. The blue jinn said to me, "Today is the time to make it up for you. Don't worry, that boy will be fine. We won't let him die." The next morning, I was released and it turned out that my colleague was fine and regained consciousness. I was so lucky that a dream or a reality from another world came to help and save my life.